Hi everyone, it's Bea here at Little Miss Bea Crafts. I hope you're all well today. This is the card we're making today. It's a bit of a special card. It's not a quick and easy card, and it will probably take an afternoon for you to do it. But it's a lovely card to make. It's a bit different, and it's a bit of an interactive card. These wobble about. These three move. As you can see, the rest stay together. The rest stay in their little die cut apertures. So this is the card we're going to make today. Just show you a little bit in more detail. And like I say, there you go. You can see that they move. So I hope you like this card today. Hope you might want to give it a go. It's not like I say, it's not a quick card. It's an afternoon card that might take you, an afternoon, couple of hours to make. For somebody special, if you want to make something different as well. Okay, so let's see how we make it. So for the card today, I'm using my own folded card that was just a little bit shorter than 6x6. I didn't have any 6x6 card blanks, so I've just made it. I just folded it in half, an A4 sheet, and then just cut it so that it's kind of more or less a 6x6. Okay, and then I've got another sheet that I'm going to put on top that is going to go like that. Okay, so you want the same sheet. We're not going to have a border on this or anything. We're going to have just the white base. There's going to be no border on this one. I've already cut out some frames to go around my apertures. Okay, so I've chosen two nesting circle dies that are more or less the same shape, that are just one above each other. The smallest one here is about 1.5 in diameter, so I would have thought that was probably 2.5 in diameter. And all I did was put a little bit of washi tape to keep them together, and I've run through different colours of the fun foam again. Just wanted to give it that little bit of extra dimension again. Okay, so except like the card that I showed you had 6 apertures that were like this. Okay, and then I'm going to put a nice hello there. I was going to put stamp a sentiment or something, but I had these from last week that I'd cut out, and I just thought it made it look a lot brighter and it was nicer, so I'm going to put that there. Okay, and I'm also going to, as you saw on the other card, I'm going to emboss the front of this. Little creatures that I'm going to put inside. Okay, like this. These are from, I've already gone ahead and stamped them, and I've already gone ahead and coloured them in, and they're just little creatures, foxes and bears and rabbits, and they were from this stamping set called Picnic Pals. It was free in the Paper Craft Inspirations, and it was last year. I haven't used it yet properly. It was in my stash. I thought I'll use these. They're nice little, they've got penguins, they're all kind of, it's called Picnic Pals by Alice Wong, and they're all kind of little characters that are obviously having a picnic. The little koala bear is reading a book and things like that. So yeah, so there's some lovely little there's even a little seal brush painting there. So there's lovely little images there. So that's the stamp set that I've used for the images. Okay, so like I said, I've already cut these out. I've cut the frames out, and then all I'm going to do is just keep the frames. This isn't your card, this is your base for your card, and all I'm going to do now is just put pencil is draw a faint circle around. Just be careful, because this is bendy, this fun foam. If you've done paper, or if you've put paper frames, then it might not be or a card frame, it might not be as flexible as mine. I've just laid them all out in the, you know, I've just eyeballed it basically, just to see, just a little bit of a gap in between each one. There's not much of a gap, they are all quite close to one another. So I've drew around them, and now I'm going to use just the middle die here to cut those out now. Okay, so I'll go and do that, and I'll come back and show you the next step. So what I've done is I have cut the 6 holes out, and then what I'm going to, how to make the wobble bit is I've cut 3 circles that were from the bigger circle die. So the 2 dies that you used to make your frames, this larger die around the edge, this is the one that you're going to use, and I've cut 3 just 3 card circles from that one die. So it needs to be a die that is bigger than the aperture basically. And I'm going to, I've already mounted these, so I've got a little bunny rabbit with his little ice cream, and the little turtle with his little card. And for this one I'm going to use the little hedgehog with his present. Okay, and what I'm going to do is, I've got one there and I've got one there, and I'm going to put one here. You want them so that they're kind of away from each other, because if they're too close, especially with this card only being quite, you know, not a lot of room between the circles, if you know what I mean, you're going to need to be able for them to move. So you don't want them to, these circles here, you don't want them too close, because otherwise, I mean, that's quite a big gap, so they will move. So yeah, so let's get him in there. Okay, and then that one there. Okay, and then just see where I was going to put him, maybe coming off a little bit here. Okay, so you're going to need 2. I've put 2 lots of these candy, they're small, they're candy for the Craftwork candy, little adhesive pads. So I've put these on, and so that you've got that quite a big, and I'm going to put him, I think, at a quirky little angle. Okay, so that's them. So let's take those off now. Okay, and then the others will just be, you can either use the pad, you can use the, you know, they can be flat, or you could use, you could stand them proud if you wanted to. Okay, but they'll go in the other circles. So I've got one in there, and one in there. Okay, and then the others, these are going to go behind, and they're the wobble bits. Okay, so he's at a little angle, and then we've got the little tortoise who's also hanging over, and then we've got the little hedgehog in the middle. So they'll go, he'll go there. Okay. Oops. Like I say, you want to put them, just move him up a little bit. There we go. There we go. You right? Okay. So the others could just stay in there if they wanted to. You know, maybe put them at little jaunty angles as well, so that they're not all just in, you know, they're not just all in the middle. And yep, maybe you want him like that. So he's like, you know, he's like upside down and things like that. Okay, so you've got your little animals all ready to go. Okay, and then so they could get stuck on the card. Okay, so you want to make sure that your card is like that. Oops, just moving him up a little bit because you could see. Okay, and then you can stick. Okay, so I think what we might do is stick the frames on, stick these frames on first, like this. Stick the animals down that aren't going to move. Okay. And then I will come back and show you how to stick the whole panel down, and so that they will then wobble. Okay. Okay, so here's the back of the card now, and I've got the 3 interactive wobbly bits, wobble bits kind of in place. And what we're going to do now is we're going to stick some 3D foam tape. As you can see, you've got quite a large area over here where you can stick quite a bit. I've also got a bit of a thinner shaker tape, so I'm going to try and use that around the edges as much as I can, only because you don't want anything really interfering with this, with the shaker bits here, with these little shaky. You want them to be able to wobble, and if you've got your tape too near to it, they won't wobble. Okay, so I'll go and add the tape, and then I'll come back and show you where I've added it. Okay, so what I've done is I've actually cut the sides where the wobbles are. I've actually cut them, just left them in the corners because they were catching too much and they weren't going to, they would not have wobbled, and I've put a smaller piece here. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just put that glue around the edges, just so that you've got that extra, so that when you do stick it down, you've got that extra little bit of a wiggle, so that, you know, you're not sticking it straight down and you can't reposition it, because you do need to, you will need to reposition this and get it right. So just putting a bit of the glue on. Okay, so just carefully lift them up, get the wobbles in the right place. Okay. Just going to move not in, probably even in shot. So this is why it's good to have that glue now, so that you can kind of reposition these. It's just slightly sticking. There we go. Okay, and that one's okay. Okay, so as soon as you're happy with it all, just stick it down, stick all that, get all the okay, and just trying to get that to go over that way. Try and really stick those bits around them down, so that they're not gonna, so that the things won't get caught. There we go. He's moving. And in the middle is moving. And we'll just sort those out later. Okay, and then what we need to do is stick our little animals inside now. Okay, so let's just get these stuck down. The little sheep was coming out the top, wasn't he? Silly angle. And the little fox. Definitely, he was down there. There we go. And our hello. Let's get that glue on there. Sure it's all over. Stick them down. We've still got some of these left from last week, so I think what I will do, oopsie daisies, everything's coming out of the thing there, is see, maybe put a few in the circles. Okay, so I'm going to go and decorate, and I shall come back and show you the finished card. So this is the card finished, and this is the little wobble bit here. Can you see how they wobble? Yeah, so I'm really pleased with how it turned out. I hope you can have a go at it. It's a little bit of a special card, obviously. It's not an easy, quick card. So yeah, so if you you know, have an afternoon and you want to have a go at it, then please do. It's a lovely card. Thank you for watching today. Take care. Subscribe if you haven't, please, already, and I shall see you soon. Bye.